Hi, my name is Kiran. Welcome to Tutorial Academy. In this video, I'm going to talk about the Android Studio and how to install Android Studio on a Mac OS. Android Studio is a Google integrated development environment for Android developers. Android Studio has been around since 2013, but it continually evolves. I'll show you how to install Android Studio and how to create your first project. But then I'll focus on all the different tools and that are available. I'll describe how to use various shortcuts to speed up your development and testing work, how to create images and other resources to incorporate into your Android apps, and how to switch back and forth Android to supported programming language Java and Kotlin. Before installing Android Studio on a Mac OS, make sure that you have a required version of the operating system. Go to the Apple menu and choose about this Mac. Here you can see the OS version of your system. Android Studio 3.5.3 require Mac OS 10.10 or higher. I don't have the most recent version of a Mac OS as of this recording, that would be Catalina, but my version is perfectly fine. You can download the most recent stable version of Android Studio from this webpage at developer.android.com/studio. You will see a big button, Level for your operating system. If you prefer a newer version, better known as Canary or a beta version, just add a preview to the end of a URL. As of the time of this recording, the most recent preview version was version 4.0 Canary 8. Now for this course, I'll be using the stable version 3.5.3 and I have already downloaded the DMG file to my download folder. To install Android Studio, double click the DMG file to mount it and this window will open. Then drag and drop the studio into the application folder. It will take a few moments for everything to copy over. One of the reasons the file is so big is that Android Studio includes a copy of the JDK, the Java Development Kit. So if you are only doing the Android development, you don't have to install Java separately. Once the file has been copied over, go to your application folder, search for Android Studio and double click the Android Studio application. The first time you open Android Studio, you will see a warning that the application has been downloaded from the internet, and after you accept that, you will see the dialog. If you have other version of Android Studio installed, you will be offered the opportunity to input your setting. If you don't want to do that, if you want to start off from scratch, click on this option and then click OK. You will get to the Android Studio setup wizard. Go to the next screen and click next and then click custom. Go to the next again, choose the UI theme and here where you can set up the certain component. Notice there are an option to install the Intel Hexam Android SDK platform virtual device. If it's already installed on your computer, it might be disabled as it is on mine. And you also have an opportunity to curate your first virtual device for use in this emulator. You will also be setting your Android SDK location, which by default is under your home library under Android and then SDK. If you have a previous version of a SDK installed as I do, then you will see this warning indicating that it exists and the setup wizard will only download the missing or outdated component. Click next, then click finish, and then the download process will begin. Depending on whether this is the first time you have installed Studio or you had previous component installed, it will take a varying amount of time for this process to complete. So step away from computer and come back in a little while, and once download is complete, you will be ready to start using Android Studio for the very first time. When you get to this welcome screen, you are ready to create your first Android setup project.